great migration will begin, and nearly 2 million animals will come from the vast savanna in neighboring Tanzania. The grass there has been grazed down to the ground, so the animals migrate to Kenya, where there is plenty. They have done this for thousands of years. Readers, do you know what a setting is? A setting is where the story is happening, where it's taking place. And I want you to look at the setting of this book right here in this picture. Do you notice the tall grass and the trees and the zebras? This is the grasslands in Africa. What a beautiful setting. First come the zebra. They will eat only the very top of the grass. Then come the wildebeest. They will eat the middle section of the grass. Last come the small Thompson's gazelle. They will eat the final few inches of the grass. Each animal will take only what it needs. By sharing the land, there will be plenty for all. There will be peace among the grazers. Readers, how do the zebra, wildebeest, and gazelle get along with each other? Abani, a young Maasai boy, wakes up in the early morning. He drinks a cup of milk for breakfast and goes outside. He is ready to take the cattle out to graze for the day. Cattle are the wealth of the Maasai. They are a source of food and money. Abani walks alongside his family's small herd with his stick in hand. Ahead of him, Abani sees a small roadside stall filled with fruit and vegetables from a Kikuyu farm. He has not seen this stall before today. It tells him there's a new farm nearby. A Kikuyu boy, about the same age as Abani, is tending the stall. Abani calls out, Gina Languni Abani. Gina Languni Nani? My name is Abani. Who are you? The answer comes quickly. Gina Languni Haki. My name is Haki. Abani has heard the elders complain about the Kikuyu farmers. He knows that Kikuyu farms are planted on grassland that Maasai also need for their cattle to graze. Without thinking, Abani repeats what he has heard others say. You destroy our land! Abani shouts at Haki. How dare you say that to me? Answers Haki. You sleep in a hut with your cows. Abani is furious. You crawl in the dirt, he yells. All the while, Abani is walking closer and closer to the stall. He raises his arm. He wishes he had a spear, not a stick. Well, okay, readers, why do you think they're saying mean things to each other? A group of Gamba women approaches Haki's stall. The Gamba are known for their sturdy, handmade baskets called kiandos. The women have come to trade their baskets for some of Haki's fruit and vegetables. He turns away from Abani to attend to business. As the women are busy unpacking the baskets, a mother puts her baby on the ground to play. The baby is happy to be free. He wanders toward the tall grass. A short distance away, 3 warthogs are rooting in the grass for their favorite plants to eat. Abani sees them. He knows that warthogs will attack anything that gets into their territory. Suddenly, Abani notices the baby toddling toward the animals. He cannot run over and lift the baby out of danger without risking both his life and the baby's. If he could distract the warthogs, someone else could grab the baby. There is no time to lose. Readers, the baby's in danger. What do you think Abani is going to do? I'll distract the warthogs, Abani calls to Haki. You run in and get the baby. Abani lets out a series of screams and advances into the grass waving his stick. The warthogs turn to chase him. Haki races in and scoops up the baby in his arms. The warthogs grunt and snort loudly as they run after Abani. The Gamba women hear the commotion, and the baby's mother realizes her child is gone. After a moment, Haki appears. The mother reaches out and takes her baby from him, a grateful smile on her face. pieces of firewood from under his stall and chases the warthogs, throwing the sticks as he runs. The warthogs gallop off into the bush. Abani breathes a sigh of relief. The baby is safe. Abani and Haki are safe. The boys eye each other. Haki is alright, even if he is Kikuyu, Abani thinks, but he says nothing to Haki. Good work. And from a Masai, Haki thinks, but he too remains silent. Ooh, readers, so this is very interesting. Each boy is thinking that the other boy did a good job. Why do you think they don't say anything to each other about it? The next day, and for many days after, Abani leads his cattle within sight of Haki's stall. Abani is curious about the boy, but still, he's reluctant to speak to Haki. Haki is curious too, and he begins to look forward to seeing Abani and his cattle nearby. Finally, one day, Haki waves. Abani walks a little closer. Then, cautiously, he waves back. A few days later, Abani notices the Mangala board under Haki's stall. He cannot resist. He nods toward the game. Haki pulls out the board, and the boys start to play. Sometimes Haki wins, sometimes Abani wins. One day, toward the end of a close game, Abani says with a grin, "See, I am smarter than you." "No, me," says Haki. "No, me," says Abani. And the boys laugh. Slowly, they have come to know each other. They have become friends. Soon, an idea begins to take shape. What if I give you some of our fruits and vegetables in exchange for some of your cow's milk? Says Haki. Abani thinks for a few moments. "We could try it," he says. "It will really surprise everyone in my family." "We will share what we have," Haki adds. "Yes, we should try it," agrees Abani. "And maybe our families will become friends too, just like we have." So the boys have a plan. Do you think the boys can help their families to get along better? As the sun sinks in the sky, Abani and Haki hear the sound of distant hoofbeats. They look toward the horizon. The great migration is beginning. The zebra, the wildebeest, and the gazelle will once again share the grassland. Soon, the boys hope, the Masai and the Kikuyu will find their own peaceful way to share the land.
We're going to take a look at our board over here, okay? We're going to talk this week about inferencing, okay? And I have a chart up here. Who knows what inferencing is, or inferring? What does that mean?
Stay safe.
To stay safe, okay. What do you think it is? Do what now? Okay. Madison, do you know what it is? No? Okay, so inferring, that means that we are figuring out something that wasn't completely explained in the book. So, I drew my great little girl right here. And I'm pointing towards her head. Why am I pointing towards her head?
Because her brain is
So, her brain, which we call schema. Schema is what I already know. So like you said, your brain, what you already know that's already from there that you can pull. Such as, 1 plus 1 is 2. You pulled it from your brain. So it's what you already know, okay? Text evidence. What I see, so what I see or what I read, okay? So whatever I see or I read is called text evidence. So what I'm going to do, here's my text evidence, okay? So let me get my pen. This is my text evidence, meaning that that's what I got from my book, right? Text evidence.
Hello. And you ain't got no outlet back there, do you, Miss Buller?
It's pulled on the side.
Oh, you got it to the side? Okay. Oh,
Yep.
okay.
It's underneath that, where the drawer thing is, it's underneath there.
Okay.
But I'm trying to keep paper towels back there. I don't think, as long as I keep the paper towels there.
Look
You
up,
pick
girl.
the jacket
Get
up
your
for
coat.
me? As long as I keep the paper towels back there.
Yeah, they get that, just squeeze that real. I can believe that. I know that they gonna fix it.
But as long as I keep them like right here in this corner, in this corner. As long as I keep them right there,
You
then
got
they
the waves, man, you got to,
for what?
waves,
Good night.
waves, too.
Alright, so my text evidence is what I read, or not, what I read from my book, right? What's my text evidence?
What you read from the book.
What I read from my book, what I read or
What you read or see.
what I read or see. Okay? And then I got my brain. What is that? Who remembers that word? Schema. Schema. That is what I already, I'm going to pull it from my brain. Then I'm going to take my book and I'm going to read and see. Necessarily, when I see something, I can also use what? So if I open up a book, I'm not just going to read, I'm going to look. But what am I going to look at?
The word.
The words and the pictures. So you're telling me that I can use pictures to help me?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can give me clues. Okay. So, when we are inferring, we are figuring out something that wasn't completely explained in the book, right? We're trying to figure something out that the author or the person who wrote the book didn't fully tell us, right? So, Angel, let's talk about the book that we just read. First comes zebra. Let's talk about that and see if we can infer a little bit on that book. So, let's infer the importance of ideas relevant to the world, such as friendship. Why is friendship important to our world? Why is that important?
So you can have somebody by your side when you're alone.
You have someone by your side when you're all alone, okay? When your car breaks down, you're able to have someone to help you. Madison, why is friendship important in our world?
So other people can help you.
So other people can help you. What happened to the one little boy?
He didn't have no help.
He didn't have no help, so who helped him? The other little boy, right? But were they friends? No. But because of what happened, they become friends, right? So it is important in the world that we live in that we have friends because these people will help us, like you've all stated. Did it say that in the book? Did it say it's important to have friends so you have someone to help you? No. So how did figure out if the book did not tell us. We used our brain and our schema and the text to help us to learn that or to think it through, right? Yes, ma'am. All right, so now we're going to do our mini lesson. So, I know that right now we can't really get books, right? Hold on. All right, we're going to work on doing your best work. That's the one we're going to work on today. So when you're doing something and you're completing your work, should you just rush through it and just put any kind of answer down that you want to? No, why not?
You're supposed to think.
You're supposed to think and kind of take your time, right?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do today for our discussion, for our mini lesson, we're going to talk about do your best work. So, well, that's weird. I don't go to work. Do I go to work in this classroom? Do y'all go to work? No. So what in the world is this talking about me doing my best work? What is that talking about?
We're supposed to work here while we come to school here.
Yes, but what this is talking about y'all. So this is saying that y'all need to do your best work, but you don't work. So what's it talking about? About your schoolwork. Okay.
And homework.
So about schoolwork and homework. So, all right, well, give me some ideas. How can you do your best work? Come on. Paying attention. Awesome.
And don't talk when the teacher talks.
Okay, so no talking while the teacher's talking or teaching.
And then
Hold on just a minute. No talking while the teacher is teaching. Madison,
show respect.
say it just a little bit louder for me.
Show respect.
Show respect, okay. All right, what about a really big one? What if I'm at my desk, Amaya, what if I'm at my desk and I have my book open, okay? And I'm supposed to be doing this worksheet, right? Well, what if I'm doing this?
Daydreaming.
I'm daydreaming. I'm not focused, am I? So, Amaya, I need to stay focused, don't I? These are all really, really, really great ideas. All right, Amaya,
Try your best.
try your best. All right, Kamari. Do what now? Don't let others do your work? Okay. That's right, you should do it by yourself, right?
Yep. My sister didn't get hers out. I'm talking about the next girl. She had to get help, but she didn't. But
Alright. So these are all really, really great ideas. So, as we are working on doing this and doing our work in here, I want you to show me all of these. Yes, Amaya?
You can't go fast like this.
Yeah, you can't go fast. You gotta kind of take your time, right? Make sure that you're reading every question, that you're making sure that all the answers are right. If you're writing a sentence, you start with a capital, you end with a period or anything like that. So you gotta make sure that you're taking your time and that you're not rushing, right? So I want you, whenever we do our work today, I want you to show me some of these great ideas that you have come up with, okay? I want you to show me that you can work quietly, that you can make sure that you're staying focused, right? That you're showing respect. You're trying your best. Hey, I know we're not going to get every single thing right, right?
Yeah.
We're not going to get every answer right, but we have to try our best, and we have to try. And if we have questions, what can we do? We can raise our hand and ask Miss Bullard, right? We can always ask, right? Because you might have a question that someone else was too scared to ask too. And so it might help them too, right?
Yeah.
All right, sit up for me, okay? All right, now we are going to talk about another word, okay? Amia, can you put the pencils down, please? All right, let me get my anchor chart up for y'all. All right, so I want us to talk about a word, okay? And I want y'all to think about this word for me. Alright, so I am going to write this word, okay? It's a really long word. So I want you to all pay attention, okay?
Do I know what it is?
Well, goodness.
I know what it is.
That is a really long word.
I know what it is.
What does that mean? What does it mean? Amaya, what does it mean?
It means word.
Means words, but what about the words?
Special.
Okay, they're special, okay.
They help you.
They help you, okay, but what else does capitalization mean?
Contraction helps you be smart.
Here, I am going to give you a word that we're going to use, and it's called mince. Mince. M-I-N-T-S. Okay? Mince. I wonder what in the world that capitalization and mince have. Well, capitalization is where we take a word that needs a capital letter, such as, okay, I want you to look at the board, okay? I want you to look at the board, and then I want you to look at mine. What is the difference between September on the board and September right here? What's the difference? Okay, that September small and the one on the board's big. Okay, tell me another thing. The S. This S is a little s. That S is a big S. So, when we look at capitalization, we're thinking of words that might need capital letters. Okay? So we have months. What's a month?
It's like a month of the year. It's something that happens every once in a while.
Okay, so we have September.
No,
We have
October.
October, December, November, August,
September.
February. We have all of them, so them are months. So all of the first letters should be capitalized, meaning that they should have a big letter. All right, and then days. Well, what does it mean by days? What are days? What is that? Well, what's today? Close the door for me. Thank you. What's today?
Today
Angel,
is
what's today?
September.
Okay, but what is the day of the week? What is today? It's Thursday, right? So days of the week are like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They all start with a capital. All right, now look about, what is I, okay? The word I. So, the word I. So, if I have I all by itself, then it needs to be capitalized. So, it needs to be big. If I have it in with another word, such as the capitalization has 3, then them are small. But when the word is by itself, then it needs to be capital. That's right. All right, now we have this. Ian. We have names. This goes for people and places. Such as, Kamari, does your name start with a lowercase or an uppercase? An uppercase. Madison, is yours a little M or a big M? Big. So people's names start with a capital. Okay. Now what about places? Well, when I think about places, what are things that I'm thinking about? McDonald's. So the M would be capital. All right.
Like taco?
Taco.
Bell.
Taco Bell. So that would be capital. What about school? Would school be capital?
No.
It's not the name. It's the place, but it's not the name. What's the name of our school?
Primary.
Bennettsville Primary. So school would not be capitalized by itself, right? So I would not just write school like this, right? So for it to be capital and to be the name of the school, then we have to write Bennettsville Primary School. Now, you see the difference. My school is lowercase, but when I come over here, it's capitalized. It is capitalized because this is part of the name. Good job, Kamari. I'm so proud of you, buddy. All right, now, T. Huh. Wonder what T stands for. So let's see. Taco Bell, you silly girl. It stands for titles. It stands for titles. This can be books or movies. That can be books or movies. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Oh, goodness. All right. So any names of books or movies will be capitalized. places?
Capital.
What about names of titles of books and movies? Capital. What about the start of a sentence? Capital. All right. So you're going to have a worksheet whenever you go to workshops that you are going to go over this. Okay? You are going to have some sentences. You're going to have to look at the words in those sentences and decide if you put a capital letter or not. Okay? So that's what we're going to do next. First, before we go to workshop and you do your independent work, we're going to read this book. Miss Bullard's going to read it right now, okay? I'm going to read it now, and then I just want you to use your listening, looking, smart, quiet, helpful. All right, so we got our listening ears, looking eyes, smart brains, quiet mouths, and helping hands. All right, paws and claws. Animals use their paws and claws to do many different things. Paws and claws are amazing. Look at all the different pictures of paws and claws.
Like a puppy.
Oh my goodness, there's so many. Some of them look kind of scary. Look at them claws. Wow. They're so long.
Look at the ones that look like hands.
All right, listening ears, quiet mouse. Walking quietly. A tiger has soft, padded paws. The paws are good for walking quietly. They help a tiger hunt. So here's his padded paw. A tiger has long, sharp claws. The claws stay hidden in the toes until the tiger needs them.
Wow.
Running on ice. A polar bear has very big, soft paws. The paws are good for running on ice. They help a polar bear walk on snow too. So here is his soft paw. Hold on just a minute, okay? The polar bear's paws are huge and covered with thick fur. The fur helps it run on slippery ice. Holding food. A raccoon uses its paws like hands. The paws are good for holding food. They help a raccoon pick up nuts and berries. So they have hand-like paws. So their paws go out like our fingers, right? A raccoon has a great sense of touch. The raccoon can pick up and hold small things. Yes, ma'am.
It looks kind of weird.
It does look kind of strange, doesn't it? Climbing trees. A koala has sharp claws. The claws are good for climbing trees. They help a koala hold on tight. So here's the sharp claws. Ooh, they look so scary, don't they?
I would never touch that.
But he uses them to make sure that he is climbing up the tree, right? If he didn't have them sharp claws, then he would be climbing up the tree and say, whoa, like that, and he'd fall back down. So a koala has 2 thumbs on each paw. The thumbs help it climb and eat leaves.
What is that?
Digging holes. A woodchuck has long curved claws. So do it like this. Theirs go like this. You see? They got to go like this and they have to dig, right? So their hands have to be like shovels. Kind of right? You see? So they have to be able to dig like this to get all that dirt out to be able to make their home. The claws are good for digging holes. They help a woodchuck dig a home in the ground. A woodchuck's home is called a burrow. A burrow is a long tunnel with little rooms.
A bat.
Hanging on. A bat has strong hooked claws. The claws are good for hanging on. They help a bat hold on to a tree branch. A bat's claws stay closed tight when relaxed. Its claws help it hang on to things even when it sleeps. Yes, ma'am.
And if it didn't have the claws, it would fly off and bust its head.
It would. All right, paws and claws are good for lots of things. Paws and claws leave different tracks too. And we'll talk about the tracks more tomorrow. All right. So, for independent practice today, we're going to get back on the computer. We're going to do some Imagine Math. We also have a worksheet, hold on just a minute, that you need to complete for capitalization. I am going to give you the worksheet. There are 2 pages on it. I only want you to do the one that I give you, okay? The other one you're going to wait and you're going to do it at home, okay? So that's part of your work for home. When you go to the computer, we are going to get on a different site that is called Literacy Pro. I want you to get on that on Clever, and we are going to get you set up to be able to go on there and read books. They have a huge library of all kinds of books that you can pick from, okay? So we're going to get you set up. That way you can also do that at home if you have a computer, okay? Well, even if not, hopefully soon, fingers crossed, that we'll have computers for all of you very soon, okay? And that we'll get everyone at home to be able to get on it, okay? All right, any questions? Yes, sir. No, you won't come to school tomorrow, but I will record like I am now. That way when you're home, you have to watch me. Gotcha?
Like Santa Claus.
I know. You have to watch me like Santa Claus. Oh, goodness, silly girl. All right, any questions? No? Okay.